Today I'm going to talk to you about the most important mindset you need to have selling insurance, and it is this: ready, fire, and aim. My name is David Duford, owner of Duford Insurance Group, where I train and recruit agents nationally to sell things like final expense, Medicare, and annuities. And the purpose of this video is to get your head on straight about what to expect when you start in the insurance business and what it really takes to be successful. There is a big problem with a lot of agents coming into this business, and part of it is it's not intentional, but it's the obstacle that I think society imposes on us that teaches us to go work for somebody else and to look for benefits or guarantees or whatnot. And it's this idea that you have to be perfect in any endeavor that you take a part of. You've got to have perfect knowledge before you go out and do something, that you cannot screw up. You have to be, as they say, learn from the mistakes of others. And this kind of aspirational type of goal to be perfect before you even begin to experience firsthand what this business is like. I think this type of recommendation, this advice is foolish. It's a fool's errand, and here's why. Most in the insurance business, and really in all sales in general, is a performance-based activity. You have to apply yourself to get results. And the paradox of this business, simply, is that you cannot get good at this business. You cannot be a pro at it until you've done it for a while. So that means getting started, you're not a pro. And what another way to describe a pro is you're an amateur. And we all think of amateurs as people who don't know everything. They're newbies. They make mistakes. And the thing is that every top performer in sports, in sales, and in life, we're at the same exact point as you, a newbie as well in this business. But why did they perform better? Why are they top producers? Did they have the same experiences? How did they get to the point where they're at that top peak performance levels? Because they embraced the fact that they weren't perfect. They didn't let that deter or get in the way of being successful. And this is why I like using this principle of ready, fire, aim. You will not be the best until you do this business for a considerable period of time. You can get good enough. And in the beginning, as you begin going through training, and your agency should be training, it should be taking training seriously. You should be involved in daily training calls. You should have scripts to review, coaching call opportunities. There should be an honest and immediate impact on helping you get trained and getting up and running. If you don't get that, that is a problem. But the goal should be not for perfection. The goal should be to get you to be good enough. And good enough in my mind is that you've got a general decent understanding of what to expect, but you understand that there's going to be some gaps, there's going to be some confusion, and that you're going to feel this kind of like pit in your stomach that, no, I'm not 100% ready. If you're feeling that way and you kind of know your way around the script, the carriers, you're ready to sell. You are ready to get started. And that's the thing, guys. If you don't look at this, if you look at this as ready, aim, fire, and you spend weeks and months even aiming and aiming and aiming, you really don't know what you're aiming at. You have an idea of what you're aiming at, but you have an outsider's perspective on what you think is important. Whereas the insider, me or your coach or your trainer, is telling you what is important, that not being in a perfect position of perfect knowledge and still going out there and selling is okay. You're taking this kind of I think, immature look at reality and this grander expectation of perfection, which nobody ever truly achieves anyway. And ultimately what happens is that your high-level standards for yourself squanders this wonderful opportunity for your family to make a great income and for the people you could help that will accept somebody who's less than perfect. So you got to, and I understand where you're coming from. I mean, we all have this fear of screwing up and making mistakes. But the sooner you realize that's just normal, that's a part of learning. And like I said earlier, the stupidest phrase out there is to learn what mistakes are made and don't make them from other people that made them before. I think that's stupid. I think you should embrace making mistakes. I don't think you should purposely put yourself in a position to make mistakes, but embrace the fact that you will make mistakes and then recognize and learn from those mistakes, and then you'll find yourself getting better. You'll start plugging the holes that are there in your ship, if you will, and then you'll find that you'll get smoother and better and more refined. But the only way that you recognize that is by live action with a prospect in the field. So again, all of the ways I've learned in business, and you hear this from a lot of people who do well in anything in life, is they've made considerable mistakes, many times arguably way more than you ever have and probably ever will. But they're still there. They're still, and many times, way more successful just because they've allowed themselves to make mistakes. They've otherwise failed forward. So if you're getting started or you're soon to start in selling insurance, please go through a process and feel comfortable as much as you can getting good enough. And then jump in. Take that leap of faith, like I've talked about in other videos, and start applying what you know in a real live environment. Your clients deserve that, okay? They don't deserve, well, I don't know if they deserve perfection. It'd be nice if we could get it, but it's unnatural. It's unreal. It's never going to happen. But they deserve someone well enough that cares about their clients and is willing to take the leap of faith to go help them. So please remember that. You have a license. It's a privilege to help people in ways many people can't. So please use that. My name is David Duford. Hope you enjoyed this somewhat motivational video. If you got any comments or suggestions below, please feel free to leave them. Happy to help in any way I can. If you want to learn more about my agency, there's a link up at the top and below. Just click that link and learn more about how I can help you become a top producer. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.